Hey, yo, what's up? Pack it up, everybody, pack it in. As an intelligent man once said, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. So, yo, we are Colossal, man, from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hey, we haven't even played a note of music yet. Let's not be hasty. You might change your mind. Sorry to hear it. Yo, it's good. We played in Nashville last night. It's good to be back in civilization. What a fucked up collection of mutants that is, huh? What a fucked up collection of just absolute, just bottom dweller cave people. Straight up, the whole cast and Chud was in attendance in the show last night. I gave a spiel about straight edge, and I swear to God, it went from half the room moshing, no one. No one, man. It was crazy. So it's good to be back in civilization. It's good to be in Louisville. It's only 3.5 hours away from Fort Wayne. We somehow never played here in 2 years, probably because I'm a man approaching middle age who shouldn't even be doing this at all, to be quite frank with you. But yo, we're gonna do it anyway. This one goes out to Ozzy. Absolutely the fuck not. That's a crazy request, dude. If anyone has said yes to that to you, they have made a mistake for themselves and for you. you down the wrong path, brother. It's time to take a couple steps back, reassess. Hey, yo, this next song is called Tie the Rope. It's off a new tape we got in the back. Let me tell a little story about two middle-aged men, one of whom is named Tyler, one of whom is named Gray. So, the tape that we have out there, it was kind of supposed to come out on LDB, actually. However, when two grown men who have so much going on, and yet are still, for some reason, knee-deep in hardcore, when that happens, sometimes you forget that you sent him the songs, and he forgets that he didn't download the songs, and then you forget to resend the songs, and then he thinks the songs are with the plant for 6 months, and I think the songs are with the plant for 6 months. And I say, wait 1 fucking second, brother. We're missing a step in this chain. I didn't send you the songs the second time. Now we gotta put this out, because we recorded this shit like a year ago. In comes Antonio from Spine, Midwest Legends, with his new label, Rage Deposit. So it's out on Rage Deposit. Shout out to Tyler for even being interested in releasing it. We'll get him next time, brother. We'll get him next time, brother. This one's called Tie the Rope. It's about how hardcore is saturated with 45-year-old bald men with tightly shorn beards, and they drive big trucks. And they heard one hit Green song 35 years ago, and they said, wait, I relate to that. I relate to that. The world isn't fair. I'm just a broken man. I see nothing but the shattered remnants of my life around me. Hey, bitch, go to therapy. This one's called Tie the Rope. You don't know real life is serving. mentioned before, we did 5 days, 4 of them with Grudge. From Cleveland, shout out to Grudge. Thanks for asking us to do this. Thanks to Noriah for facilitating this show. You guys don't know how lucky you are to have somebody like this in your scene. I'm serious. Every once in a while, for a hardcore generation or two, so 6 to 18 months, somebody comes through and they help put a scene on their back, and Noriah is one of those people. The caveat is, one of you has to do it next, and then one of you has to do it after that. Now I'm going to tell you something, there's a secret to being able to do this. One of which, don't have a 401k. Save nothing for retirement. Don't have a serious committed relationship until you're almost middle-aged. And then lastly, be straight edge. Because nobody else wants you around, except for a bunch of 17-year-olds and a bunch of older gentlemen with comparable mental illness. So you got plenty of time to book shows. All talk, shout the fuck out. High school straight edge, yeah, brother. Nature's healing. They said something I think was very insightful before their last cover. And it sums up so much of what I think a lot of Western philosophical tradition has been dancing around for lo these many decades. I'm going to sum it up in such a way because I think you already encapsulated so much of what philosophers like Nietzsche, Camus, Sartre were trying to say. And that is, if you're not straight edge, you're a piece of shit. This one is also a cover. Don't get too excited. I've been listening to this band basically my whole life. I didn't actually know more than 2 of the lyrics until I started this tour. Speaking of which, sometimes especially younger hardcore bands who are trying to let you know, hey, we're 23 now. We're not 19 no more. We're growing the fuck up. They'll say shit like, yo motherfucker, if you don't like this shit, if you don't know this shit, you're fake, get the fuck out. And then they'll cover a side-by-side B-side off a compilation that came out in 1987 that was only out on Flexi and a zine that they pressed 5 copies of. This song's by Bad Brains, perhaps the band. I love Bad Brains. I didn't know the fucking lyrics, dude. Don't let these fucking fakers pose on you. Don't let them pose on you. This one's called How